Hello everybody, and welcome. So this is our core class 103, NingXia Red, all things NingXia today. I cannot wait to teach you guys about a powerhouse supplement that has literally changed our lives. Sorry. Let's see. Okay, so let me just put my phone on silent. My name is Elise, and I will be teaching you guys all things NingXia Red today. We're a little bit later than normal just because Young Living had a fun announcement today, but I wanted to make sure to be able to share that with everybody and then jump right in for our NingXia Red class. So we're going to be going over some really amazing things today. It's just like our Oils 101 class, our Themes 101 class, the NingXia 101 class, and then we also have CBD next week. So every Tuesday, we have an opportunity for a free training for you guys for empowering your life for the better. And just like with all of the other classes, this is one giant easy button in a world of chaos that will help give you guys hope for better tomorrows. So I am going to jump right in so that I can be a good steward of everybody's time, and we are going to start talking about all things NingXia. I have my own with a couple of extra goodies added today, and I cannot wait because I have a bottle of fresh NingXia here that I just got in, and I want to show you guys it later because it's part of the class. So let me screen share real quick. We will get on with the show. Oops. Let's see. That might be a delivery. Ooh. So if you guys don't know me, I have multiple animals and multiple fur children. Hey guys, shh. Goose is barking. Sorry about that. Okay, let's screen share and get this party started. Let me see here. Oops, I'm gonna do this. Okay, introduction to all things NingXia. At the time of this recording, it is January and the wind is blowing in West Texas. So I'm needing a little bit of extra lubrication for my throat. So I'll be grabbing onto this quite a bit. So NingXia Red. I'm gonna sniff some clarity real quick because it just makes me happy. NingXia Red is what we affectionately call super juice in our family, and it was a much easier yes actually for our family than oils, because with my background, holistic health was not a priority. For a while I was getting by just doing good enough, which is sad to say, but when you're on the in and outs of your daily life, you don't really realize that it can get better. I was just trying to make the best of what I had. But after years and years and years of chronic fatigue, goodness, momentary wait, just a second. This is real life. Shh, stop. Come here. No, no, sir. You're okay. Go. Go outside. Go. You be good. No barking, please. No barking. Shh. Okay, real life. So after years and years of night shift work as a nurse, after going to nursing school, after having a couple of babies, I just had chronic fatigue super bad. And my doctor was at his wit's end because he had tried several different things for me. And he said, well, don't take enough caffeine to make your heart explode. Have a good life. And that's literally what he said to me, and basically wrote me off. And at that point, I had a 2-month-old and a 4-year-old, and I was working nights full time, and I was basically a single parent at that point. So it was frustrating. But at the same time, I had a very limited budget, and I was like, how can I make my life better and our lives better for the least amount of money possible? And insert NingXia Red. This is a, again, super easy button for nutrients in your daily life. And it's one of the most powerful whole food supplements on the planet. And as I was developing with this natural living journey, I started learning about the differences between like our regular supplements that you buy like Walmart or Walgreens, and then like whole food based supplements, what that meant on the label. And what it comes down to, like super layman's terms, is that when it's a whole food supplement, our body is actually able to absorb it better. We're absorbing more of it, flushing less of it, because our body is not having to work as hard to break it down. So it's more bioavailable for our bodies. And so with all things Young Living, just like with NingXia Red, Young Living sources the very best ingredients possible. So it starts at the farms with all things oils and supplements related. So I wanted to show you guys a super quick short video. Alrighty, so Goose, we love him. He's a Weimaraner. He's going to continue to bark because we just came from a very quiet neighborhood, and we're living in a rental property while we're building our dream home, and he does not like it. So we're just going to give him some grace because he's old and cranky, and I have not put oils on him yet today. So we're just going to go with it. Thank you for giving me grace. This is real life. So can we get what we need from our food? Unfortunately, not anymore, because of not only the genetically modification of our foods so that it will grow faster with less light, less water, all of those things. Well, that has ramifications, right? Doesn't have the time, those plants don't have the time to get the nutrients from the soil. They're able to grow faster, so there's more crops on that land in a less amount of time. There's just unfortunately like the perfect storm with our food right now. And so it does not mean that, like, excuse me, that was not what I was trying to say. It doesn't mean that we can't get good nutrients from our food, but it does mean that we can't get everything that we need from our food anymore. So it's not only about what you're cutting out, but it's also about what you're putting into your body. So this isn't your grandma's food. This is so funny. And it's true, because I don't know about you guys, but my grandma said, you know, well, we ate this, this, and this, and we were fine. Well, we did this, this, and this, and we were fine. And I'm like, that's great, but this is not the same world as it was. Genetically modified food is out the wazoo. The water is not as clean as it used to be. We don't use like real food as much as we used to anymore, unfortunately, with the huge 90s craze of like non-fat foods and margarine and all of this stuff. Our bodies don't even know what to do with it because it can't recognize it as food anymore. So getting back to true basics makes a big difference. And I wanted to give you guys some science, because it's my love language, to show you guys proof of what is actually happening to our land and our food supply. So let's see real quick. So the Cashew Institute, sorry, phonics didn't work for me, analysis of nutrient data from 1975 to 1997, which is only 22 years, so it's a relatively short study, found that average calcium levels of 12 fresh vegetables dropped 27%. iron levels dropped 30%, vitamin C dropped 30%. And so right now you would have to eat 8 oranges today to get the same vitamin A that your grandparents did. Like that's a lot, right? I enjoy food. I love food. I feel like we all should because it is vital for life, clearly. But I don't want it to be a job. I don't want to constantly be eating something all day, every day. When I was bodybuilding, it was a job and it got very old and mundane very, very quickly, and it lost the joy, which is kind of sad. So we don't want to do that. But that data was from the Scientific American. So maybe we can get enough from plants. But if you think about it, maybe we can't get enough from plants. But then they're like, well, what about meat? Well, if the plants contain fewer nutrients, then the meat will contain fewer nutrients because that's what the livestock is consuming to grow, right? So a study from the Journal of Nutrition and Health found copper levels in the UK were down 90% in dairy, 55% in meat, 76% in vegetables, and then also the water is depleted of the minerals because of the plants pulling more nutrients out of the water because they are so deprived, right? So the modern production methods are much more efficient, but the nutrition levels, because of the efficiency, has dropped dramatically. It means more plants on the same land and more crop rotations overdoing it by hand. Then there are the filtration systems and all kinds of issues with that because we need a balance of minerals in our water for it to be efficient and effective for our bodies. Just as one example, like for magnesium, if you guys know me on my personal Instagrams and in real life, I harp on magnesium all of the time. Because it is so vital for our bodies and we're so deficient in it. Magnesium, it's essential for over 300 biochemical reactions in the body a day. And then top it off, they add chlorine and fluoride to our water so that we can't absorb the magnesium that might actually be in our water, and it's a perfect storm. So that is a problem, but this is all building the case for the need for supplementation in our lives. Our bodies decline with age, as we know, our ability to absorb nutrients, the enzymatic activity in our guts, all of those things start to show some wear and tear, so we start to be a little bit more sluggish. We're not able to absorb things as efficiently as possible. So that's why supplementation has to be part of our diet, and why NingXia Red is so good for us, because not only is it a whole food-based supplement, but it's liquid. So our body is like very minimal processing all of the goodness to our bodies right away. Make sure that I have all of that. So what is NingXia Red? Besides super juice, what is it? How can it actually benefit our bodies? Well, NingXia Red, one of the ingredients and the star ingredient of this super juice is actually the whole wolfberry puree. Let's see. If you leave your NingXia Red on the counter for a couple of seconds, you will actually see the change in color, and that's what I wanted to show you guys. We just got our NingXia Red for our family in with our Essential Words order yesterday. Perfect timing. And you can see, I don't know if you guys can see that very well. Yeah, you can. The actual difference in coloration. So I will explain this more in a second, but this is the juice and this is the actual full berry puree. And this is a huge, huge, huge deal. Took years and years and years to get. But it's the entire plant, it's not the juice. So you're getting so much more power behind this supplement, AKA more bang for your buck. Let's see, so, oh, that's just showing pictures. But I just happen to have bottles that are unopened at my house, which is a rarity. Okay, so NingXia Wolfberries. This is the star of the show because of the nutrient density power-packed in one of the ingredients. So NingXia Wolfberries are grown in the NingXia River Valley of China. On top of that, the juice is blended with blueberries, aronia, cherry, pomegranate, and plum juices, natural stevia extract, grapeseed extract, pure vanilla extract, orange uzuzu, lemon, and tangerine essential oils. So not only are we getting whole food-based nutrition, but we're actually getting essential oils in the supplement, which is even better because it's helping to get those nutrients into our cells. And fun fact, you cannot get Isuzu as an essential oil outside of anything else besides, or excuse me, outside of NingXia Red in all of Young Living. So it's nice that this is like an extra added punch for, pun intended, our NingXia Red. So NingXia is the only nutrient-dense drink on the market that combines whole Chinese wolfberries and pure therapeutic grade essential oils in one single beverage. Again, super giant easy buttons there for us with our daily lives. So NingXia wolfberries, Lysum barbanum. Again, just drink it. You don't have to know how to pronounce it. This is real life. The dogs are barking. I should probably have put some peace and calming on, huffing the clarity and drinking my NingXia. It's okay. Alrighty. So, slightly distracted. That's okay. There are 80 species of lysum berries worldwide, but only the barbanum shows the highest nutrient levels in scientific testing. Just like with our frankincense, which if you listen to our Oils 101 class, we go into the differences in frankincenses and with the essential oils and the difference in the health benefits. The NingXia Providence holds the gold certificate, which is China's equivalent of the USDA's organic certification. They are grown without fertilizers or pesticides, no sulfur, no radiation, no dyes, no heavy metals of lead, arsen, mercury, or cadmium in the soil. The NingXia Providence's irrigation water comes from the Yellow River, which is upstream from all the pollutants of the major cities, which is huge. Because when you think of Asia, I just think of smog, and you're like, I don't know about that. So clean water, super important. What's also really good about the Yellow River is that it has a layer of minerals and silt every single year. It adds all of that to the farm. So the soil is being replenished so that the NingXia berry trees can actually get those nutrients from the water. It's allowed to grow with plenty of sunlight and high and low temperatures depending on day versus night. So it keeps all the nutrients flowing in the trees, and that is super, super important. Any other place in the world would not have the same ecological condition of the pH of the water, the nutrients in the soil, or the silt from the Yellow River. The conditions have earned NingXia the distinction of being China's recognized herbal medicinal valley. So it's not just Young Living that recognizes the importance of this valley, but this is all of China. This is where they like to grow their herbs for their medicinal purposes. NingXia wolfberry is superior. NingXia has a high nutritional content and naturally occurring organic sugar. So that's the sugar that helps your cells to talk. Because I know when we hear the word sugar, most of us are like, what? But newsflash, there are different types of sugar, and it makes a really big difference, the type of sugar that you're using. So NingXia is China's only medicinal wolfberry production base. The Lysum barbanum variety of the wolfberry is superior in vitamins, minerals, amino acids, and antioxidants. More on that in just a little bit. But this is a big deal, and we're going to talk actually about the sugars, because this type of sugar helps, like I said, our cells to work together and to communicate. The other types of sugar, refined sugar, actually puts like a sticky outer laying on our cells, and they all stack together, which we're going to see later in this presentation, and so they can't work as efficiently, which is a problem. So I kind of shared my personal story earlier with the NingXia Red. You want to talk about energy. The fact that I actually went back to working nights because I was like, it's not so bad. That is a huge deal. I actually just started working nights again after 7 years of being off nights, because I am doing so much better overall with my energy and my vitality, which has been a huge blessing, because especially in the year 2020, we needed to homeschool all 4 of our girls. Actually, we only homeschooled 3 of them, and then the 2-year-old was basically like a wild woman and just ran around. She just ran around. There was no teaching her. But that is a huge testimony, especially for those of our friends in our oily group that know me, because I could not get enough caffeine. There was not enough caffeine in this world that could keep me motivated and with it and like cognizant before NingXia Red. And now what's great is that our older girls, they're not big, huge breakfast people, but because of the protein content that we're gonna go over here in just a second, I can give them I will first mix it up, of course, but I will give them a shot of NingXia Red first thing in the morning before school. And not only does it wake their bodies up, it gives them those proteins, those minerals, those vitamins, macronutrients, and micronutrients, and gets them started for their day. So let's get started. We talked a little bit about where NingXia berries come from, the importance of that, my story, and now we're going to talk about how it all happened for us. So if you guys know a lot of Young Living's story, it all started with a man named Gary and his quest for holistic healing. On one of those quests, and when he was learning and traveling around the world, he found out about the NingXia wolfberry. And Gary was on a search for the fountain of youth at that point. He had healed himself from his injuries, and he was like, well, I feel this good, but there's got to be more that we don't know about in America. And so he stumbled on the NingXia wolfberry. He found out that in this region of the country, it has a super high concentration of centennials because the plant was eaten, and they had it in their teas, they had it, and they actually ate the berries by themselves. All of those things, he dubbed it the ultimate natural superfood, and that's actually what they call it in China. So the NingXia wolfberry, if you want to learn more about like the journey of how it became what it is today, there's an awesome book. I am a book nerd. I love to get like the real books and read them. And this, if you are wanting to know more about the story of how Young Living got NingXia Red, this is a great book for you. So reason number one, we're going to go through 7 quick reasons why we should all be drinking NingXia Red. Literally, if there was one supplement from Young Living that I could get, it would be NingXia Red. And this cabinet right here is a double cabinet, and the cabinet next to it is also a double cabinet, and they are full of supplements. So for me to say that this is the one supplement, like bar none, that I would have to have every single day and get rid of all the other ones, it's a big deal. So number one is the antioxidants. So 1 ounce of NingXia Red has 2 pounds of the wolfberry in it. There are 17 or 18 different species of wolfberry, but only the NingXia wolfberry has its ability to deliver all of the micro and macronutrients that are bioavailable to the cells of our bodies. That is huge. Not man-made in a lab, but naturally derived for our bodies that we can actually absorb. Antioxidants play a huge role in aging, memory, arthritis, inflammation, and so on. Oxygen radical absorbency capacity, or the ORAC, is a method of measuring antioxidant capacities. Presently, the highest antioxidant on the ORAC scale is vitamin E, which comes between 800 and 1200, followed by blueberries, raspberries, and pomegranates. Like the pomegranate juice, that's why it was such a big deal for so long, because like, drink your antioxidants. And now I laugh because of what I'm about to tell you. A combination of fruits together, all of the previous fruits that I had just mentioned, a combination of them reach about 3,000 on the ORAC scale. Just guess. Guess what NingXia Red is? Anybody? Anybody? No? The one time I want Goose to bark. He does not. Oh, there he goes. Okay. The ORAC score of NingXia Red is 27,300. That's a huge deal. Like a quantum leap better than all other things on that scale. So let's watch Miss Debbie, a diamond, show off the antioxidant power of NingXia Red.
Erickson, I'm Young Living Diamond here in Dallas, Texas. We're filming on location at a Whole Foods here in Plano, Texas. I've been in Young Living for soon to be 7 years, and I've been a very happy NingXia Red daily user almost an entire 7 years. Our 6 kids, our 6 grandkids, my 94-year-old mother-in-law, our 2 black labs, we all love our NingXia Red on a daily basis. It is a superfood. It is nutrient dense. The NingXia wolfberry is has over 200 times the amount of antioxidant value than any other food. And I want to talk to you about three things today here as we're going to take you on a fun shopping trip here in Whole Foods. I want to talk about the synergistic value that the NingXia Wolfberry has, along with the other 6 fruits that are in NingXia Red, plus 4 essential oils. That synergy, which means the whole is greater than the single parts. The sum whole of NingXia Red is greater than just the NingXia Wolfberry by itself, or the other 6 fruits, or the 4 oils. It's an amazing superfood. And I believe, as an RN and as a young living leader, that everybody should have it as a foundation to their healthy daily diet. But I also want to talk to you about the comparative value of NingXia Red. When you look at what the other fruits and vegetables that it's equal to in terms of amount, in just 1 ounce, it's amazing. And it's so convenient to be able to get it in a 1 or 2 ounce serving every day. So let's have some fun and let's go shopping for what the comparative value of NingXia Red is to other high fruits and vegetables and antioxidants. Come join me on this shopping trip. Let's have some fun. Hey, I hope you've enjoyed my shopping trip here at Whole Foods with me. What you saw I gathered in those 3 carts are the equivalent to 1 ounce of NingXia Red. Believe it or not, it would have been twice that amount for 2 ounces. So if you got tired shopping with me, that's okay. I've got my 2 ounces of NingXia Red, and I hope that you're going to have your 2 ounces a day too. So join me in having NingXia Red on a daily basis. Thanks for being with me today, Whole Foods. This was so much easier doing that than filling 3 shopping carts.
That's funny. I actually hadn't seen that video yet, and but that is crazy. I didn't realize it would be 3 shopping carts full. I knew it was a lot, and I knew that it was a way more money. 1 and 2, I would never get my kids to eat all of that, much less in 1 day. They're not going to get all of it. They're just not. But I can give them a yummy tasting juice, and they don't know that it's good for them. Actually, they do. The older ones crave it. And when they don't have it, they're like, oh, I didn't eat my meat. I'm so tired. Like, seriously, that's what they do. I don't know where they get their drama from. But you want to talk about a giant easy button. So that was only one reason why to drink NingXia. Not even that we need the other like 6, but we're going to go over them really quick. So reason number 2 acid to alkaline. So if you guys are starting on your wellness journey or seasoned, you know that a more alkaline body is a happier body, because a more acidic body, it makes it easier for viruses, bacteria, fungus, molds, microbes to grow. So we need to be more alkaline. The alkaline water is like all of the rage right now because of the importance of getting our bodies more alkaline. Well, once we drink our NingXia Red, so our stomachs, of course, are acidic. They're about 2.5 on the acidotic scale because they need to break down the food and kill whatever viruses and bacteria that they can in our stomachs before it gets to the permeable membranes of our small and large intestines. Well, what's really cool about the NingXia wolfberry is that as soon as it gets to the small intestines, it's acid binding and it starts to form alkaline. Only one other food does that, and that's lemon. So NingXia Red juice and lemon, those are the only two foods that once we consume them and they're digested in the stomach and they get into the small intestines, they become alkaline. That is huge. Wolfberry is chemically structured to convert because of the amino acid trypsin, which is responsible for the conversion of amino acids in protein. And guess what NingXia Red is? Alkaline protein. So, boom, winning, right? That is, you guys don't even need the other five, but we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. Reason number 3, free radicals. So this kind of goes hand in hand with antioxidants, but just give me 2 seconds. So where do free radicals come from? Anybody? Currently, a lot of them are coming from New Mexico because the sky is brown and the wind is blowing. So funny. But the wind, the air, electromagnetic fields, stuff that we're eating, chocolate, sugar, off-gassing from our carpets and our couches. If you're not using clean laundry soaps and detergent, our clothes, like there's so many things that are like constantly attacking our bodies on a daily basis. Well, there are an army of guys on the wrong side of the team. They wreak havoc, and that's what that's what free radicals do to our body. You outnumber the army with NingXia Red. So NingXia Red is in our corner to fight against those free radicals. Your body does a really good job of taking care of oxidative stress, but it can't do it all. Literally every cell in your body is attacked 10,000 times a day on average in today's age. That's one of those, well, back in the day, like thing that your grandparents would say, well, this is a different world. And so we need bigger dogs playing on our side of the fence. But the free radicals, that's what causes us to age, have issues with cells not being healthy, feel more tired, have more wrinkles, things like that. But it's because of those excess free radicals. So everything in the higher end of the ORAC scale actually help to flush our system and fight for those for us. Most of our nutritional drinks do little against the super oxidative stress. The worst free radical. Superoxide is the worst free radical, and most drinks don't really touch that because it is so powerful. Because also too, 1, it's super powerful, and 2, the drinks are super heavily processed, so they don't have much in there to help combat that free radical. But Gary worked for years to protect the berry in the bottle, so we get the whole berry, and that's what is helping us with that superoxide. Reason number 4, vitamins and mineral pairs. So minerals have to be properly balanced. Too much calcium will result in a zinc deficiency. Too much zinc can suppress your immunity. That can lead to anemia. Both the mineral profile and the mineral balance of the NingXia wolfberry is without equal in the plant kingdom, with magnesium to calcium ratios at 1:1, zinc to copper at 2:1, and potassium to magnesium 8:1 is exactly what the body needs in proportion. Again, giant easy button. Like, thank you. Because we could be thinking that we are doing all things great, right? But did you see that we need proper proportions or our body is thrown off kilter? I don't want to have to remember all those proper proportions. That seems like a lot of hard work. And I have 4 girls to keep alive and 2 dogs and a cat. and a lizard and like all of these things. I need easy. NingXia Red makes it easy. So reason number 5, it is a macronutrient. So you're getting whole food nutrition. It's coming from the plant, not from a synthetic source, and that is food-based. That is how our bodies are able to digest it so well, not have to work so hard, and it's actually bioavailable to our bodies. I used to be a junkie for the show Dirty Jobs. I don't know if you guys know about that, but Mike Rowe, like I hear him dubbing over anything on the TV and I know it's him within 3 seconds because I was obsessed with the Dirty Job show when I was on bed rest with Allie, who was our 11-year-old. And I was on bed rest for 5 months. This is pre-oils. So I watched a lot of the shows. And one of them that like struck me and I was like, what? Was when they actually went to a sewer treatment facility where they processed human byproduct, aka poop. And he asked what was the #1 thing that they found in human poop. And the worker there said whole vitamins. People do not absorb their vitamins. And I was like, well, then why buy them, right? Why even spend your money if you're just going to poop them out? Well, because of the NingXia wolfberry and all the other goodness in NingXia Red that makes it a micronutrient whole food based supplement, we actually absorb it. We're actually getting our money, our worth from our money. You guys know what I mean? It's fine. But like we're not flushing it, and that is huge. It's making it easier for our bodies to process so you absorb more of what you're getting. Let's see. Did you guys know that between 95 and 98% of us would come back with a weak or deficient digestive system because of medications, stress, food, all of those things? So like we need the easiest, that most digestible products possible so we can actually get the nutrients out of what we're consuming. NingXia Red does that. Reason number 6, it's infused with essential oils. I'm not a singer, but I will make notes up for you guys every day. So it's infused with essential oils. Essential oils in NingXia act as a delivery system to the body. I mentioned that earlier. Essential oils help to drive nutrients and oxygen into the cells and push all of the junk out. So it's like, hey, let's get this and this and this from the NingXia and let's take it into the cells and make the cells happy so that they function better, so you have more energy and you just like do life overall with more vitality, which is what we want. So yes, 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 please. Reason number 7, the right sugar and enzymes. So I mentioned talking briefly about sugar earlier because I know it's a sticky point, pun intended, for a lot of us because especially in the Americas, we have been taught to consume sugar like crazy, especially the super processed sugar. And if you guys know me, I like analogies. And processed sugar is literally like water in the gas tank of our bodies. And if you ever put water in a gas tank, it makes your car stall out and it will not work. But yet we do it all of the time. Like as little as 1 teaspoon of refined sugar can deplete and hinder your immune system for up to 8 hours. Like that's a big deal. But yet we do it continuously all of the time when we actually don't have to. So, and this is a big, huge myth that it has to be like some horrible experience getting off of sugar, you're going to miss out on so much, when in reality there are plenty of natural sugars that actually are super beneficial for our bodies, and it's not nearly as scary as we all think. But that's a different class. We are going to talk a little bit though about the right sugar, not how to do it, but the right sugars and the enzymes that are in our NingXia. So NingXia has the right sugar to open up the door to your cells. When our cell membranes are inflamed, oxidized, toxic, and lacking the mitochondrial function to energize the receptors to open and close, which means like there's our cells and they have like the little hands all around them. Those are the receptor sites that need to open and close for our cells to function properly. But when that can't happen, we have no energy. NingXia Red sugar opens the door to our cells so that information can get passed to them. It crosses the lipid layer of the cell and passes inside. Only 8 sugars on Earth can open the door. NingXia has 4 of the 8 naturally occurring inside of the wolfberry. So let's also talk enzymes, like mic drop. I need to get, I'm pretty sure Sailor, our 2-year-old, has a fake mic. I'm gonna have to get it for the next class because that is a big deal. What I just said, let that sit for a second. And now enzymes. Okay, enzymes. And by age 40, we start losing digestive enzymes in the gut. But I also just said that 95 to 98% of us in the world have gut issues. So it might be younger than that. Again, with the whole depleted food thing. But anyways, NingXia is loaded with the right enzymes to help you break food down and get nutrients out of what you eat. Feed your body exactly what it needs. Again, so this is not a supplement that you're gonna take and be like, oh, that was so good, thanks, and then not work in 5 minutes. This is continually working in our bodies to make our bodies function more optimally. Awesome. Okay, a couple of quick other things that are important about the NingXia Wolfberry and what make NingXia Red awesome, and then I'll let you guys on your merry way. Okay, it contains every essential amino acid. I need that mic right now. Okay, I was a vegetarian for a couple of years, and it was very, very hard to get certain amino acids, and I would have to cheat every once in a while because as a bodybuilder, living in Lubbock, Texas, it was very hard to get certain things for a properly balanced vegetarian lifestyle. But as soon as I learned about NingXia Red, I like quadrupled my intake because you can get every single essential amino acid from this drink. It contains 13% protein, the highest protein content of any fruit, period, the end. It has trace minerals. It has naturally occurring B1, B6, and B2, which are the energy vitamins. It has more vitamin C than all the fruits and veggies on the earth, 148 milligrams. Parsley and spinach have 133 milligrams. Oranges have 53. It has more calcium than cherries at 16 milligrams, and veggies. This word, again, the dyslexia today, it's fine. But like broccoli and cauliflower, those type of veggies, that starts with the C, that word, can't pronounce it, but it has more than those veggies at 50. Let's see. And more beta carotene, which in the NingXia Wolfberry is 12,600, but carrots only have 11,000. So even better than carrots. It is loaded with fiber because of the skin of the berry was preserved. It makes such a big difference that we get all of this and not just this. Okay, so perhaps the best thing about the wolfberry for your body is what it actually does to your cells. So like behind the scenes. The cell membrane is made up of oils, fats, and phospholipids. There are proteins floating on this very liquid and very flexible sea of fat. The proteins are like antennas that pick up messages from other cells, kind of like this, saying, hi guys, tell me something, tell me something, tell me something, everybody, 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 right? You know the messengers that come into the cell, they have fancy names. So you have your receptor sites and they're like, come find me. Well, those receptor sites have messengers that come into the cells and they have really fancy names like insulin and thyroid enzymes and digestive enzymes. Neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin, they are all messengers that do not work well until you attach the right sugars to them. You can see the power of nutrition. Fats, proteins, and sugars are needed. If you are eating the wrong sugar, you are rendering the whole structure of the cell membrane itself dysfunctional. If the cell communication breaks down, your health breaks down. If you mess up the cell membrane, you need more insulin to get the job done. Okay, so let's just like break it down for a second because 40% of us are insulin resistant. So if you're a man and you have a waist of more than 40 inches or a woman with a waist of more than 35 inches, we are insulin resistant. So why would you want to stay away from the bad sugar? because it's making our bodies not function like they are intended to function, which is well. But we'll get back to that here in just a second. We're going to wrap up the science in 2 sentences. NingXia Wolfberry and good nutrition can impact your cell membrane. It helps cellular communication take place and gives the mitochondria the energy it needs to provide micronutrients and feed mitochondria. And it has the right sugar to open the cell door. When you eat poorly, your cells get mucked up, the lipid layer on the outside of your cells gets sticky, and the cells stack on top of each other like coins. NingXia Red wipes the doorways clean, increases the surface area so that good information can get passed into the cell. Let me show you a visual real quick. This is really cool. All right.
This is a blood sample of somebody before taking NingXia. And this is actually a great example of an unhealthy cell. See how it's stacked like coins? What this means is the cells are right on top of each other. There's very little surface area to them. A lot of it's crowded, which means can't get a whole lot of oxygen in there, which means can't really detox itself. Can't breathe, can't take in nutrients, can't detox. Oxygen is what we really need to emit what we don't need, take in what we do need. So this person was given 1 ounce of NingXia Red. 15 minutes later, this is what their blood looked like. Isn't that awesome? So that's a healthy state in the body. So how many of you guys drank your NingXia Red packet when you walked in? So
isn't that amazing? That's amazing. Like the science nerd in me goes, what? But you don't even have to be a science nerd to see the before and afters, that dramatic change.
This is
Oops.
blood sample.
So good when you guys hear it twice. Just kidding. Pause that. Next. Okay, so when we can have in-person classes, this is when I give you guys NingXia Red. But we can't do that right now. So that's okay. But one thing that I really want to drive home for you guys is that NingXia Red is not healing the body. NingXia Red is cleaning the cell receptor sites so that the body can do its own work and communicate like a boss, like it's supposed to. It does give us nutrients, but it is not fully healing our body. Our body's taking those nutrients and then doing the work, okay? Yes, it is a superfood. It really is. But our bodies were designed to function perfectly. In our world nowadays, unfortunately, because of a lot of the things that we're not only putting in our body, putting around our body, putting in our body, we're sluggish. So this is one of those easy ways to bring back some of that harmonious balance within our bodies. So just close your eyes and picture a room full of your favorite new BFFs, all sitting around with shots of NingXia. And this is when I have you guys drink it and like just take a couple deep breaths and see what you can feel the difference of. I have like an energy boost as soon as I drink NingXia. I have had other ladies like feel like they're tingly all over. Like not everybody has instantaneous reactions, but it's almost like intrinsically our bodies are like, that's good, I need it. I need more of it. So honestly, the favorite way that I like to drink NingXia is I will put 2 ounces in here with sulfurzyme and lime oil, or I will even do the sulfurzyme and the vitality drops and fill the rest full of water. That's my favorite. My kids love it straight. Other friends of mine like 2 ounces in like a glass cup because again, it's got the essential oils in it, right? So you want glass or stainless steel. But they'll put like 2 ounces of NingXia in a cup and then fill it full of a LaCroix or a Topo Chico or even just water and drink it better that way. But try it out and see which way that you like it. It might take a couple of times to try it to see if you really like it. I've had a couple of friends that are like, it's got to girl me a little bit. It's not nearly as bad as all the healthy stuff that I've tried, but I just need a little bit of, I don't know. The first time I drank it, excuse me, I was like, I need more of that. Where can I get it? Because I felt so good right afterwards. I will say though that with all things that are healthy, if our bodies have been in a super toxic state for a really long time, to start slow, just like we do with our essential oils. My cousin's husband, he actually works in a petrochemical plant. Hello. Like, you want to talk about a toxic environment? That is one. So I had him start off with a quarter of a shot. Like, just take like a little bit. And then he did that for several days. And then he worked his way up, and now he drinks it and he loves it. But I had heard stories of people that took a whole shot and then threw up right afterwards because they were so toxic. So we don't want to do that. Start off slow and build your way up. You will start to crave this. And cool, fun story real fast. I'm a birth worker. I worked 4 years as a birth assistant because of my NICU background. I was there to help mommies and make sure that the babies were nice and stable when they were born in our birthing center and with home births. And we unintentionally did a scientific study because we had several moms that when they very first came with their first child, they weren't on NingXia Red, they weren't using oils, they just knew that they wanted an out-of-hospital, more empowered birth experience. But after meeting us, clearly, because we give them NingXia during delivery, like all these things, right, to help boost their bodies, especially in the most post birth phase, the most immediate phases. They were like, well, we need more of that. What is it? So then they would come back with their second and their third and sometimes their fourth kid drinking NingXia Red. And the placenta sizes were visibly much larger. The Wharton jelly, which is the jelly that protects the vessels in the umbilical cord of the babies, so much bigger. Like, we joked that we had regular placentas and NingXia Red placentas. So if you know someone that's pregnant or trying to get pregnant or like any of those things in that realm, get them on NingXia Red because the nutrient quality and density of the supplement is so phenomenal for the mommies and the babies and the breast milk production afterwards and the healing afterwards and all of the things. So again, let's see. It takes, and I will say, this is kind of a fun experiment that I did because when you're taking supplements, sometimes you're kind of like, is it working? I'm not exactly sure. We'll see. Well, I always say to drink it every single day for 4 months and then take a week off and see what happens. Maybe not because you'll feel like crap. But if I go, like if I get out of my routine and I don't have NingXia Red for a couple of days, I'm like, is this how I used to live? I don't like it. And I basically want to sleep all day. Do I do my hair and makeup? Absolutely not. Do I shower? I mean, sometimes. Like, I have got to have my NingXia because I was so depleted and so exhausted physically, mentally, emotionally, all of the things. I don't ever want to go back to the way that I felt before NingXia. But I say 4 months because it takes 4 months for every cell in our body to be replaced and renewed. And that's why healthy habits can make a dramatic impact on our health. But it's not going to happen overnight. You've got to give your body time to heal and renew. So try it for 4 months and then see how you feel. One other thing too I wanted to touch base on really quickly. Yes, NingXia is phenomenal for overall cell health and it is great for energy, but it is also super fantastic for your eyesight. It contains xanthium and lutein, probably pronouncing those wrong. It's fine, but it's basically like natural sunscreen for your eyes. So I have actually noticed that our redhead, her eyes are not nearly as sensitive as most redheads typically are. The lighter eye colors, like I have very light blue eyes. I used to have to wear the darkest sunglasses outside, and now I don't have to. I still do, like if we're at the beach or somewhere, but my eyes are not as sensitive as they used to be because of the goodness in the NingXia Red. Also, it is very calming emotionally because when you feel better, you can cope with life better. And two, we say that NingXia Red, so it's not only good for energy and your eyesight, but it's phenomenal for your hair. Probably because we always put sulfurzyme with it, and sulfurzyme is like amazing for your hair and your skin, your gut health, your body's overall inflammation. Like, so much goodness happens with the concoction of red drink that we take. And two, why not have fun with it, right? We don't consume alcohol like we used to in our family after finding out the health issues with alcohol. So we make lots of mocktails, and a lot of them are with NingXia Red. So I included some super fun red shots because as hippies, we like to have fun and pretend that we're cool. When we get together. So these are usually what we have set up when we get to have classes in person. Even though we can't have classes in person, take a screenshot of this and try these because they're really good. That hot flash, by the way, is legit. I drink it all the time in the wintertime. Will not drink it in the summertime in West Texas because it's just too hot. So there's other odd ways to use NingXia. You can do it for all kinds of things. If you are full on the hippie train, you can even do it as an enema. You can do it for mouthwash. You can do it in your animal sense ointment if you've got just some skin stuff that you are really working on. There are tons and tons and tons and tons of uses for NingXia. Definitely holler at the friend that got you to this presentation because I'm sure they will have some really good stories for you. Okay, so how do we get started? You're like, I have heard about all of the good things. After point 1, I knew that I needed NingXia the rest of my life. How do I get it? Well, I have broken it down for you the cheapest, easiest way possible because again, this class is all about easy, right? The Young Living Lifestyle, the Young Living Lifestyle is a giant easy button for our life. So the super cheapest way possible to get started with Young Living is with the Young Living Premium Starter Kit. And I will double check and make sure that that is the current price for our starter kit. I believe it might be slightly less now, but still, that is a phenomenal, phenomenal, phenomenal deal because the normal price of all of those products is $296 without tax. So with the NingXia Red Starter Kit, you're getting 2 of the bottles, which is like this. There's 27 ounces in each one of these bottles. The recommended daily amount to take is 2 ounces. Not pregnant, at least 4. But we're going to work up to that, right? So this will be like these 2 bottles will be 1 month supply for one person. Or if you're only taking 1 ounce a day, then it'll be a 2-month supply for one person. And then you're getting 30 of the NingXia Red single packets. Those have 2 ounces in them a piece. I joke that this is like our hippie high C, and we use this for witching hour. If you were a mom, you know what witching hour is. It is the time between picking the kids up from school and dinner actually being ready before they like combust and explode and eat all of the sugary stuff or whatever else that's in your house. And then they're not even hungry for dinner that you just slaved over and you want to wring their necks, but you love them a whole lot. So just skip all of that, put some stress away on yourself and give your kids NingXia. So I've got a Sequoia and I have gotten really good about taking those packets and not even like taking my eyes off the road, and I just throw them in the bag. Throw them in the back, throw them back. They shake them up really good and they drink them, and they are the happiest kiddos on the block. Their blood sugars are well supported. They're not dropping and plummeting and having the witching hour. Everybody's happy. Then we're ready for dinner. We have a great night, put our oils on and go to bed. After homework, of course, and snuggles. But this is a lifesaver. I also love to take these because as a nurse, sometimes I don't get lunch. It just depends on the day, really. But also, too, working nights, 3 a.m., hello, I am tired. It is like, why am I doing this to myself again? I don't really know. But this is such a nice energy boost. I will drink it at 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, I feel so awesome. I will say that the cleaner my lifestyle has gotten, the more dramatic of an impact NingXia Red has had on my energy levels. NingXia Red is having to not work as hard against all of the junk in my life because my body is cleaner. So I have changed out my shampoos and conditioner and laundry soap and toothpaste, and we don't use any synthetic fragrances anymore. Everything in our lives that we come into contact with in our house, our safe place, is toxin free. So our bodies are not as toxin burdened as before. So our oils work better and faster, our supplements work better and faster, and our NingXia Red works better and faster. So before, when I was like, man, I feel good, I like this NingXia. Now I'm like, woo, let's go jump on a Peloton and just ride like full out for 30 minutes after 2 ounces of NingXia. So our overall picture of our health does make an impact with the products that we're using. So you're also going to get a box of NingXia Nitros. That is what helps with my squirrel moments. I used to be very medicated. As you guys can tell, I'm a squirrel. I am like the leader of the squirrels. Squirrels, like there's ducks crossing the road. No, I have squirrels and they're at a rave. I saw that meme once. It's gonna be in my office somewhere one day because that's how I live life. That's just who I am. I've always been this way. And for a long time I was medicated, especially through nursing school. But I hated the way that I felt because I didn't know there was another way. Now I drink a nitro, I put clarity on and brain power. I am laser focused. I'm getting all of the things done, getting them done well, and feeling like a boss while doing it. So nitros. Nitros are a big deal. Allie, our 11-year-old, she has squirrels just like I do. I'm so sorry, she's a mini-me. I will give her half of a nitro before school in the morning, especially on days when she's got tests. Otherwise, we're able to use the Genius oil for her. She just puts it on the back of her neck, underneath her nose, especially now that she wears a mask, puts on her mask and she can smell it, and she's good. But on days that she has a test and she needs her mind to be like on point, nitro. Nitro's where it's at. And then you get a stress away, and then the Roller Glide Fitbit is a Fitbit is amazing because you can make a roller bottle out of anything. You literally, this is my abundance oil, but you literally just take the stress away, pretend like it's a screen, take the stress away that you're gonna get with your NingXia Red starter kit, you pop out this plastic orifice like this, ta-da, and then you just put that black roller ball on top like this, on top, and then you screw the lid on. Screw it on until you hear a pop or feel a pop, and then you take it off, and it is a roller bottle for days. And then you can reuse those roller tops on your next stress away or whatever oil you want. And then it also comes with Thieves mints and Thieves hand sanitizer. The mints I love because, again, mask breath, it's gross, but I know I'm too much. It's okay. The Thieves hand sanitizer, y'all. Who knew hand sanitizer would be so important in 2020? It still is just as important in 2021. Not that hand washing and hand sanitizer wasn't important before. It's a little disturbing that it's so important now because it means it wasn't as important before. But anyways, the Thieves hand sanitizer is FDA approved as a hand sanitizer because it has over 60% alcohol in it, which means that we can say that it kills 99.9% of germs. What's awesome is it also has peppermint and thieves oil in it, and it has aloe in it. So it smells good. It keeps your hands feeling amazing and moisturized. When your hands are dry, they cracked, and it is easier pathways for pathogens or germs to get into your body. Also too, the Thieves hand sanitizer, normal hand sanitizers used to have triclocan in them. It was supposed to be banned by 2020. I don't know if it has been officially banned and taken out of all products or not, or if they just renamed it, you know. But that used to be a huge culprit, and it probably still is, with normal hand sanitizers, because our body's pathways are on our hands and our ears and our feet, our Vitaflex points, right? So we would put hand sanitizer on our hands, rub it all in, and all of those toxic chemicals would go straight to all of our organs in our bodies. That's a problem. You don't have to worry about that with the Thieves hand sanitizer. And like your kids can eat it, and you don't have to fear for their lives. And it continuously works, which is fantastic. So this is the NingXia Red starter kit. It is a hugely discounted deal. And what's so awesome is that buying this starter kit, which most of us get into Young Living by buying a starter kit, a large starter kit, because we get the biggest bang for your buck. And then two, we're in the cool kids club, basically. You get 24% off of retail prices, which again, yay, right? That means that we can get more goodness in our family's home for less money. And two, what's nice is you don't have to pay a membership fee every single year. You don't have to do anything monthly, but it gives you that door in to the Young Living lifestyle. Now, I will say that I have the numbers written down here real quick because my honey is a super saver. So we've had to go and break down all of the cost per ounce to show him the importance of getting it on Essential Rewards. So let me tell you what Essential Rewards is real quick. Essential Rewards is like our monthly wellness box. It's phenomenal because you start getting 10% back right off the bat. And then after 4 months, you get 20% back. And then after 25 consecutive months, you're getting 25% back. My Red card never gave me any more than I think like 5% back on stuff ever. And you can get free shipping. At 100 PV, which is $100 most cases, you get free shipping. And you get free promos every single month from Young Living just to say thank you for shopping with us. Young Living is the most generous company in the entire world that I have ever found, and I have done a lot of shopping. So, NingXia Red, let's break down those costs. So, if you buy your NingXia Red wholesale, after your starter kit, it is $1.38 an ounce. So this is after you've already bought this super awesome starter kit. If you're just wanting to buy bottles, you can get them 2, 4, 6, 8, or you can do the packets, but it averages $1.38 an ounce. But on Essential Rewards, it is $1.17 an ounce. That's awesome. So it is cutting 21 cents from every single ounce just by being on Essential Rewards. And what's really nice is you can get 2 bottles a month, and that's all you have to get on Essential Rewards. You can spend as much or as little as you want on Essential Rewards, but you're still going to get that 10% back, which is great. You're still going to be able to get those free products when you've reached those promotional levels, which is great. You're still able to get free shipping if you order 100 PV, which is $100 on Essential Rewards, and you get to change your products every month, and you can change where it's shipped to. You get free, okay, so you have the promos every month, and then you also get surprises at different increments of being on Essential Rewards. Like, there is no downfall to this, like, at all. The only downfall is that when I go to Target, I get to go hang out at the dollar section, of course. But like, besides clothes, we don't buy anything else there. I can't even remember the last time that I went to CVS or a Walgreens or had to get anything like that from any other store besides Young Living. And it's online, and it ships straight to my house, and it's super awesome. So NingXia Red, you know how awesome this product is? This is only one of almost 700 products that Young Living has. So it is basically our online wellness store, and it is thebomb.com, especially this year. So that is the cheapest way to get your NingXia Red. It is super easy to do. Whoever gave you the link to this video can very easily get you started with Young Living. Now, what's awesome with Young Living is that over 90% of us just love our products, and some of us share. But it is not a requirement. Now, I will tell you that once you start drinking NingXia Red and feeling amazing, you're going to want your mama, your sister, your dad, your brother, your kids, your dogs. Like, our Great Dane lived way longer than she was supposed to because of the supplements that we were giving her. But like, everybody and their mama needs NingXia Red. They also need oils and Jesus, different classes. But NingXia Red alone, like, we care about those important to us, so we share goodness for their lives as well, right? Not that it's a requirement, but when and if it happens, everybody is able to receive thank you checks from Young Living just for sharing with those that they care about the most. So it doesn't mean that you always have to share, but if you're like, man, my mom's blood sugar issues are off the charts. My tiredness is ridiculous. Like, we have got to make some changes. You can still even just share 1 or 2 times and get you that thank you check from Young Living, no strings attached. And honestly, that's what we did in the beginning, because my parents were both facing very significant health challenges. Praise the Lord, they are both alive when the doctor said they shouldn't be 7 years later. But like, it was a natural progression to keep sharing because of what we saw in our families' lives and their health and well-being. And so you can totally get your product paid for if that is something that you want to do. But again, you don't have to. But know that's an option, because then it doesn't have to come out of your family's budget. I will say, though, that NingXia Red comes out of my family's food budget because it is a food. It is a supplement, and it is a food. So if you're Dave Ramseying it, totally can put that in your food budget. Okay, so homework. Thank your friend that gave you the link to this video. You can share with them any comments about me that you want, and my dog Goose. Sorry, this is real life. But I'm not waiting for perfect, because perfect will never ever happen, and y'all need to hear the goodness about NingXia Red. Okay? After that, ask them how you can get NingXia to your family's life as fast as possible. If you are not a member yet, the very cheapest way to do that is with the NingXia Red starter bundle. If you are a member, awesome. You can try just 2 bottles if you want, just to see how it tastes. But again, that's $1.38. Or you can jump on Essential Rewards and get it for $1.20 an ounce, which I highly recommend. I am one of those people, like, once I hear something that's good, I've seen the science behind it, I've seen the social proof of it, I have made that decision, I go all in. So I would recommend, if you are like that and you're like, no, I actually want to make a change that is significant, I want to try NingXia Red for 4 months so that I know that I'm feeling better, then you can get your NingXia Red starter bundle and then get NingXia Red on Essential Rewards set up right at that time, which is fantastic because you get $10 off today and you get an extra free promotional oil from Young Living, which is fantastic. Again, Young Living loves to love on their people. It is awesome. I cannot wait to bust into all of my free goodies that I got this month with my Essential Rewards order. So, and then last but not least, plug into our other core classes. We have 4 core classes in our team. I teach every Tuesday morning at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. And then one of my awesome friends, Julie, she teaches every Tuesday evening. I believe it's at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Anyways, the links will be posted. And 2, if you cannot find them, ask your friend. Like, I need that link. I need that link now. I missed the live class. I need the link. So those 4 classes, educate yourself. It's free. It's empowering, and it can literally change your life and your family's lives and then your children's lives for the better. For children and human children, all the children. Okay, so 4 core classes. Today, NingXia Red, that's one of the core classes. We also teach on Essential Oils 101 because essential oils are weird when you first get started. It's okay. I know it's true. That's how I felt. Am I 100,000,000% sold out? Clearly, yes. But it takes a little bit to learn about oils, right? And you need a friend that's going to teach you what you actually need to know about oils. You also, we talked about the Thieves hand sanitizer and the Thieves mints. Thieves is so awesome. The blend Thieves is what literally put Young Living on the map. We have an entire class just about Thieves because now there's an entire Thieves line of cleanser, or a cleaner, excuse me. I use one cleaner for my whole house, talk about easy. But there's lots of Thieves products now, so that is a Thieves, that is a core class. And then we also teach on CBD. That's our 4th core class, and that's actually what we're gonna be teaching on the last Tuesday of the month. So that is your homework. I hope that you enjoyed this class. I hope that you learned a whole bunch. You can definitely screenshot whatever you want to, listen to it as many times as you want to, because I put hopefully just enough science to be interesting, but not too much to overwhelm you guys. I am going to go love on my fur baby Goose because he needs it. He needs some gentle baby, excuse me, and he needs some calm. CBD Calm is calling his name right now. So I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Definitely touch base with either Julie or myself or whoever gave you the link to this video. Ask all the questions, jump full in because I promise you will not regret it. Okay, you guys have a great day.